Is this? Yeah, I think it's working. Sorry about that. My internet went down. I think it's about to go down again, which kind of sucks. Cause I guess I'll just do this as like part two or something. Let me just do a quick. Okay. Yeah, I guess everything's good. I don't know. All right. Anyways, we're gonna continue where we left off. Um, so we were debating on how to install the uh, PSU. So either fan up or fan down. What we're gonna do is fan down because this computer case actually has vents on the bottom. I'll show you. If you could see that right here, that's the vents on the bottom. What that little mesh thing was is it's like a filter. It's a filter that I created to help reduce the dust, and it works really well. Let's go ahead and put this in. Do I need screw? Did this come with screws? No, it didn't. That's interesting. I'm gonna put all these cables to the side for the time being, just because you don't need it right now. And just install these screws. I think I'm about to sneeze. Good thing about these screws is most of them are the exact same. I guess the manual did have it right. Like in the manual, it had the power cord where you plug the power cord in and the power switch on the left side. I was like, that might be it, but I don't know. What the hell is that? I don't know. But I wanted to make sure, I don't think I think I only installed this power supply face down once. For when I initially installed it, it was face up, which I mean, like the difference between how your power supply is mounted, whether it's the fan is facing up or down, is the temperature difference. Yeah, so a few degrees matters. Like you want to keep like anything that keeps your computer as cool as possible. That's always a plus. Just like your car, your engine. Your engine in your car is running hot. If you can keep it cooler, that'll extend the life of it. All right, and we are done. Power supply is installed. There we go. Just do that. Oh, okay. That's nice presentation. Okay, like that. Now we can do motherboard. Yeah, let's do the motherboard next. So I'm wondering if I need to install the water cooler now or do it later. I think I might. I think I'll do it later because since everything is open on this case, I can actually just lay it on its side and do it from there. So get the power supply out. It comes in this kind of anti-static shield. All the other cables in here and stuff, just SLI, stuff like that. I'm going to use this. That's the thermal paste that came with it and my other thermal paste. This is the SLI bridge that came with it. This is what you use to bridge two, what you call it, together. Hey, it came with SATA cables. That's what's up. Thank you, Asus. I need this IO shroud. As you recall, remove the other one, but this is one designed for this model. Yeah, that's pretty much all I need right now. Once I get my M.2 drive from my other house, I'll install that, but it won't be today. Maybe today, but by the time I get it, by the time I get it, this thing will be completely installed. So it's whatever. All right, I'll give you a first-hand look. Be careful. First-hand look at what this looks like. So this is the motherboard, the new one. This thing right here is where the water cooler pump was already installed when they tested it. They kept it on there. There's no real sense in taking it off since it still fit in the box. Here's the RAM. I'm actually going to put this right here, the other two right here. But yeah, it's very nice. Like, let me show you. Let me get. So, fuck, I already put that other one up. I mean, you already know what the other one looked like, you know. So here's this one. It looks good, right? Yeah, it does. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and put this in. That's an easy, quick install. Isn't it? I guess I probably just need to. Hey, that is a really good I/O protection. They actually have foam in between this now. Never saw that before. Okay, so this is gonna mount like this, and we need to have it like that, like this. Should just snap right in place. There we go. All right, it's in place. There we go. Sweet. Put this, relocate this RAM. There we go. Oh, okay. Wow. So there's the RAM. That is really huge. Yeah. Wow, this G.Skill. Tried it. That's how thick that is. That's nice, dude. It's like one stick is $100. And it's RGB. Okay. Is there anything else that came in this box? Because I haven't opened this. The guys at the hardware store did. Get my knife to just open this. I'm gonna have to do the other one anyways. I'll probably upgrade to 64 gigabytes RAM later on, but no hurry. 32 gigabytes is gonna get me by just fine. 24 gigabytes is getting me by just fine. 64, I think, would just kind of be overkill. Yeah, it'd just straight up be overkill, man. I'm gonna save these boxes in case like something goes wrong, you know, for warranty or something like that. It's always good to save these boxes. I remember my original Alienware that I bought years ago, right after high school. Yeah, I bought an Alienware, like a real Alienware. I kept that box all the way until I ended up selling that computer when I really needed it when I was in college, and that was 2000. It was like 4 years later, man. So here's RAM in the box. We'll go ahead and install this. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and this is gonna go right here. And it should put this lever up, kind of like how the other the GPU was. A little bit of a different lever, but Feels like this thing wants to come out, but I don't think it will because of the metal. Yeah, the RAM just kind of goes in one. It only goes in one way. That's it. No other way it can go in. Okay, I'm just trying to figure if there's anything else. Nah. No, that's pretty much it. Okay. So we're done with RAM. CPU has already been installed. We don't have to worry about that. What's the name of that place I bought this from? PC Express, I think. I love that store. They always have what I need. That and DynaQuest. Okay. Now, for this install, we're actually going to let's move this motherboard real quick. Close this knife before I cut myself. Okay, what we're going to do next is take the tower, put it on its side, so we could lay the motherboard right on top of it. Just like this. Maybe I can move this up here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So we're going to take this, move this fan power cable real quick. Just kind of tuck it in here so it'll get it out of the way. I don't want to, might have to take it out. No, I don't. Okay, there we go. I'm going to take the motherboard and essentially mount it right on top of these screws. And everything should kind of fall into place. There we go. Just kind of line stuff up on the back end. Line the screws up. Doesn't feel like it wants to line up correctly. There we go. And there we go. All right. Just put like finger tight 2 screws in real quick. You know, I was talking about white earlier, and here we are. This motherboard has white. That's the one thing I don't like about this motherboard. It's kind of disgusting, to be honest with you. Really, after that Plantex CPU cooler, don't like white when it comes to computers. I gotta see some of these fancy computers that are just like all decked out white and everything. I'm like, yeah. 2 months into that, you're gonna regret that, dude. Straight up. Now I'm gonna tighten these base screws. Tighten all the way. Get these tightened all the way so we can do the others. Okay. Tell you what, I'm gonna use my little driver to do the light work because it's just these small screws. Tools can really make a job easy if you have them. If you don't, it makes the job hard. Just tighten a little bit. This one don't have to be tight all the way. Oh wow, that one's going to be hard. Man, that could scratch easy too. I kind of don't like that. That's kind of poor design. If you see where I'm having to tighten the screw, yeah, I kind of don't like that, Asus. Shouldn't have done that. Because you could scratch that putting it in. Putting it in and then trying to position it correctly. Unless you have a magnetic one. Man, even this one's kind of tricky. I mean, you buy something new, you don't want to get it torn, you know, scratched up or something. That one is brand new. You know, normal wear and tear is expected, but not something that you just bought. And one more. There we go, last one. Looks like this has kind of a protective cover over it on this white thing. The IO cover. I'll pull that off in a second. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh, okay. More to it than I thought. All right. Whatever. Get some water real quick. I think we can do the. Yeah. I think we can do the water cooler now. Water cooler is just going to go right on top of that. I should be able to run this through here now. The hardest part of the water cooler is just going to be mounting the block. Shouldn't be too hard since they've already done the plate mounts and everything. So let me show you why I love this so much. Yeah, just the camera this way, so the light will be easier to see. Okay. So now keep in mind this is bare without fans. So, uh-oh. What just happened? I think I'm still streaming. Yeah, I think I'm still streaming. Okay, so this block, I can actually rotate this. I can position this. Positioning is a lot better. And this tubing feels a lot more sturdy than my Corsair. But this block is probably, I'd say, about 25% heavier than the Corsair. So that tells me there's more copper in here. The more copper you have on your block, the better heat it can absorb. And when it comes to these blocks, is that an aluminum block? Is that piece? I wonder if that's an aluminum block on that CPU. You don't want to mix metals when it comes to your water block on your water cooler. I mean, on just your CPU cooler. Tilt this down. Because two different metals can corrode each other. Like if this block is aluminum, man, I should have paid attention to that. If this block is aluminum and if that water block is copper, it's probably going to be a couple of years. This block is going to be, this water block on this water cooler is going to be corroded. And let me just see. I really need to know this. I was not paying attention. Okay, it goes this way. Jeez, man. Okay, there we go. Damn, that looks aluminum. It kind of sucks, dude. Man, that sucks. Guess I'll just have to, when it starts corroding, I'll just have to get another water block. Anyways, this is the thermal paste that I used before, this Antec. I'm going to use this before this Cooler Master stuff. I need to go ahead and get rid of it before it starts drying up. Now, as you can see, there's already thermal paste on there, as there was on the block. I'll go ahead and show you there.
I'm going to put more. When it comes to thermal paste, it has actually been proven that it does not matter how much you put on there. I've seen Linus and J2 just put a crap ton of thermal paste on there, and it did not affect performance. Like, I mean, it did not screw it up. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it actually made it run cooler. So you want to, like, especially get around the corners. I was actually almost out. Not really. I still got quite. Yeah, I think I was about out. I need to use this. It's almost a couple years old now. Yeah, this right here should be good enough. So you want to get as much coverage on your CPU as possible. Make sure every part is covered. I'm just gonna smear it out a little bit. I don't know how much force this is gonna help smear it out when it has pressure on it. So just to make sure it gets done, we'll smear it a little bit. All right, that's pretty much it. Yeah, this stuff right here was like, I think 15 bucks, 15, 20 bucks. I can't remember. It's been a while. I know it wasn't cheap, but I needed it at the time. Okay, so we are going to mount. Well, the logo is like that, so I guess it makes sense to put it like this. Wait, might help if we put this bracket on. Yeah. Okay, so let's just kind of. Uh-oh. Be careful. Very, very delicate stuff. So I'm just trying to think about how I want to do this. I'm just going to set this on here real quick. If I put radiator up here like this, let's see. Could rotate that like that. Be careful. Jeez, be careful. Came out of the bracket. All right, let's just hold that in position. So if we do this, trying to get the best install as possible. Radiator is gonna go about right here. I don't know, that was kind of janky. If I position that up like that. That looks okay. I can actually twist this one down a little bit. Yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. Let's roll with that, team. Let's do it. All right, now let's tighten these thumb screws. The hell? See what I'm talking about? I lost my thumb screws. Wait, no, I didn't. I just had my thing open on my driver set. Tighten these up. Wait, is this tightening the right way? No, not at all. Now it is. Finger tighten right here. Wait, sorry. I need to make sure the CPU has complete coverage from the thermal paste. Because if it doesn't, oh yeah, we're good. If it doesn't have complete coverage, like even if one corner does not have thermal paste on it, then it will cause you will notice high CPU temperatures. I'm absolutely telling you the truth. I've had it happen before. It took me forever to figure that out. But you know, thanks to videos like Linus Tech Tips and Jay's 2 Cents, they help warn us about stuff like that. All right, put these others on. Yeah, after this, just put the fans on. Do a few cable management, and we are pretty much done. I'll shoot some I'll do like a follow-up video of the machine running and everything. Now, once you have every one of these CPU, like every one of these thumb screws, you can see that, right? Yeah, I see a little bit. All right, once these thumb screws are in, tighten one all the way and go across, all the way across, tighten it, go across, tighten it, and do the last one. Yeah, this CPU cooler was a lot easier to install than that Corsair. That Corsair was kind of a pain in the butt to install. This is CPU fan. This actually goes right here. So I'll do that last. There's a port right here. It says CPU fan. It's going to be plugged right there. All right. What we're going to do next is install the fans. So it came with these fans, these Corsair fans. They're kind of clear at top, so they have like these blue LEDs. So I want these on top. I mean, these Cooler Master fans. I want these on top and the Cooler Master fans on the bottom. I'm going to install the ones on the bottom first because this is kind of a pain in the butt to install on the top. Put these here. These fans are kind of small. Where's those Corsair fans? Here they are. Yeah, these fans actually seem kind of small and flimsy. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. But, like, if you look at the difference, these Corsair fans seem a lot better. But I don't know. They seem heavier, so maybe the Cooler Master has better airflow. I don't know. I just want those on the top because that's where the lights are going to be. And I have to actually reverse this. So there's a certain direction where these fans go. So let me show you real quick. Okay, so let me get the new fan. All right, here's your fan, right? Front and back. There's a certain airflow that you want this to go. Just as a general rule of thumb, the logo side, like wherever your logo is on your fan, that's what's going to be sucking the air in. So here's the logo, right? Here's the back end. So the air is going to be flowing this way. So since this radiator is going on the top, I don't need to suck air in, because if I'm sucking air in at the top, I'm not exactly helping the airflow, because at the bottom, let me show you. Because at the bottom here, we have, hope I didn't mess something up. I need to charge this battery too soon. All right, at the bottom, hopefully you can see this. At the bottom, it's going to be sucking air in. I'm going to put another fan here on the bottom. I'm pretty sure I can, so it can suck air in here too. So you're sucking air in here. I don't need to suck air in here because heat rises. So what I need to do is have these fans. Now here's the logo, remember? So it's going to be sucking this way. So air is going to be sucked this way, and it's going to be exhausted that way. That's the way it's going to be done. So it's a little bit on the opposite side of what I had before. The way I had before is it was sucking air from the outside and pushing it up. So let me do Corsair fans first. That'll be the easiest. Pretty much just have your wire going towards the back. That way you can run it around and get power and do all this stuff. I've done this so many times. Well, I've done this enough times to remember that this part right here isn't that bad. But the very first time I actually done this, oh man, that was tough. That's why I didn't want it. That's why I didn't want to install it up top, because it is kind of tough. I'm kind of not looking forward to that, but I'll get it done. You only need like 2 screws and 1 fan. You don't need a bunch. Tighten it a little bit. You don't want to tighten too much because it's. And try your best not to bend these fins on this radiator, because you want these fins to be straight. If there's like a big dent in them, then it will affect cooling. But you don't want these screws too tight because it's aluminum. It is aluminum. I mean, it's fragile. Aluminum by nature is quite brittle. Where's that other Corsair fan? Here it is. All right, so wait. See, I done screwed up. You see what I did? I put right now it's sucking air in, so I have to. Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I almost messed up there. So I'll get that fixed. Man, it's getting so hot out here. Okay, just flip this over. I'm actually going to put this one right here because I want these cables kind of close to each other. When it comes to cable management in your computer, you want your cables as close to each other as possible. That way they can be restrained, and it will be it's just for like better presentation. You know what I'm saying? And like before I actually did proper cable management, like when I built this computer at first with the old computer, I just threw those parts in there. Man, I bought this case like really late at night, and I just threw everything in there in probably like 30 minutes. There was no cable management. Actually, on my blog, I did like before and after, and oh my gosh. What a change. It actually helped cooling quite a bit. So logo side, remember, logo side, where this is going to be intake. Now you see this right here is going to go right there. This should fit. It's kind of snug, but it should fit just fine. It is a 240. 240s fit 2 fans. And I'm going to put these screws adjacent. So these screws right here. I'm going to put these screws on kind of the opposite side. Yeah, like the biggest difference between like water cooling and air cooling is water cooling is a lot quieter. So if you're playing your game and you're getting max graphics and max frames, using a fan cooler is gonna put off a lot of noise. When you use water cooler, it's still gonna put off noise, but just not as much. I wonder if this water cooler came with any more screws. I'm kind of tempted to. Let me look. I don't want to sit this on the motherboard. Let me look in there. Stretch my back too. Kind of hurts. All right, did this come with anything? So this bracket right here, yes, it actually did. Huh. I'm gonna use these. Yeah, this breaker right here is a AMD. That's AMD brackets. I think AMD is a little bit hard to install. This one I'm looking for. Man, that actually came with a lot of screws, dude. Can't believe it. That Corsair fork, I guess it did come with like 8 screws. Yeah, I have more screws than I need. That's what it is. So let me just make sure this fits. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna use these up top. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so this part kind of is not fun. I have to let me get everything in position because this really isn't fun. Remember having to do this before? Kind of sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the tower up on its normal position. When you're doing this, hold your radiator so it doesn't fall on anything, bust, and get all over your brand new motherboard and RAM and all that stuff. We're gonna hold the motherboard, the water cooler, and position our fan. So remember, we're doing intake. So we can't have the logo on top of here because if we were, we'd be sucking air in. If you have air sucking in here, it's going to have a lot of conflict in here in your radiator, and it's kind of just going to keep the heat in the same place. You don't want to do that. So remember, logo's going to go on bottom, just like these. All right. So position both fans. Oh man, I remember the first time I did this, I was pissed. I was pissed so bad because it was hot. It was like hotter, way hotter than it is now. This is not too hot of a day. Plus we're outside. It's nice. It's kind of breezy. All right, this tubes are going to be a problem, but don't worry about it. Just focus on getting in position. Try to get one screw in. Feed it down through the top. Go ahead and feed that. Okay. If you have 2 people helping you, it's actually really easy. If you don't mind, that would be really helpful. Can you help? Wait, I might have it. Oh wow, I actually got that. That's quite easy. I'm sorry. That was actually quite easy. These new screws, like they're thumb screws. You don't have to screw them with a screwdriver. Yeah, that's why I was so mad. All right. Just kind of do the same thing. It's not very fun, but be fragile. Whatever you do, be fragile with this radiator. Tilt that up. Okay. All right, the fan screw has been fed. And there we go. Got one in. Whew. Let's do the other. Now it won't be so bad. If you already got one in there, it's not so bad. Yeah, this actually did come with more screws than my Corsair. Way more screws. Because my Corsair only came with 4 of these type of screws, where this one came with 8. Interesting. Wow, this is coming along very fast. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I love these thumb screws. Goes with the chassis really good. And one more. Wait, not there. Oh, two more. I'm sorry. You know, I might have enough for these bottom fans. It came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It came with 16 screws. Thank you, Cooler Master. I might write them a letter. All right. Just finger tighten. Remember, it's aluminum. Yeah, I'm gonna put these on here. I'm gonna get rid of these other screws, man. I don't like them. I don't know what in the world this is. These screws out here are so easy to manage. Yee. Okay. It's essentially better to have your radiator up top because the air will flow at the top. That's what messed my pump up before when my CPU was overheating. I think that cable's in the way. Because air got in my pump because my radiator was below my pump and gravity was making the air come to the top because the gravity was pushing the water down to the bottom and air was just kind of staying in the pump. Yeah, I'm taking these screws out. Screw these screws. Screw these screws. It's only like 4 screws, so it won't take very long. Yeah, it looks very, very good. Yeah, pretty much once you build a computer the first time, it's not very hard to forget how to do it again.
Can you see how the one that you pick up looks like?
That water cooler on my bed. That's what it looks like. It's in a black box.
Wow, look at that.
My son got a haircut. It's about time he got a haircut. He doesn't like anybody touching his ears. Like I wouldn't say that he's like that brother on There's Something About Mary, but he doesn't like you touching his ears. I think my wife accidentally, she was cleaning his ears one time. She put a cotton bud in his ear too deep. And ever since then, he hasn't really liked you touching his ears. So when it comes to cutting his hair, that's like why I was surprised. Like he actually got a haircut. He just starts freaking out. All right, there we go. Okay, run these cables. I'm actually not gonna bore you with the like that's pretty much it. Everything is just put the GPU back, run the cables, and put the computer back together. That's pretty much it. So here's what I'm gonna do because I think this battery's getting dead. No, it's not. All right, okay, all right. No, we can keep hanging out. It's not over yet. All right. Don't you guys think I'm giving up on you, even though there's probably nobody watching? I have one viewer, but I think it's me. I don't know if chat's working, or to be honest with you, if this was working at all. Anyways, run these cables. I'm gonna run this through the top. Okay, there's one. There's one. Running all these. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm running all these water cooler cables through the top. Like I said, you want things to be really organized. It's just good for presentation. All right. Those two. There's this one. Okay. Let me put this back. Is there any? Let me see if there's any extensions that came with this water cooler, because it feels like I kind of need them. No, no, no. It's not looking good, team. Not looking good at all. Is there anything on the bottom? No. All right, whatever. Okay. I'll just deal with that when the time comes. Let's run some cables from the power supply. Actually, let's run the pump. This is the pump cable. This needs to go to CPU fan. So let me see if I can rig this up. I kind of want these cables like sealed as much as possible. If I can run it. Can I run it? No, I can't run that through there. But I can probably do that. Yeah, I can do that. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do is run this back through here and then right back in. Put it on a CPU fan. Just like that. And I'll put like some kind of twist tie on the back end of that or something. Right? Let's do see, what do we have here? Who's this? This is probably USB 3. This right here is USB 3.0. I gotta get used to these. I'm not really familiar with this board. I'm probably gonna have to. All right, I know what that is. Yeah, this might take a while. I'm gonna have to figure some of this stuff out. That's what I'm telling you about this board. I mean, all this stuff is in the instruction manual. It's a matter of just reading it. So I know this one right here is easy. Yeah, this goes right here. So I can run this. I forgot what this is called, but I know that it goes right here. Voila.
push it in all the way so it doesn't go anymore. Right. I know what this is. It's HD audio. It's a matter of finding where it needs to go is the problem. Oh, this actually has a place for water pump. It's not CPU fan. Interesting. Hang on a second. Hang it. Let me see something. Actually, no, I shouldn't do that. That's it's like a different water pump. That's like if you have a GPU water pump, this actually has an additional slot. So that's pretty cool. Man, they really thought outside the box this time. This motherboard is just, it's like they really thought about. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of versions, a lot of different Asus motherboards like this. The one I got was, fairly cheap. It's probably like 150 bucks at the time. So I'm just going to put this back because I know that the pump pretty much runs off CPU fan. Where the hell is the exhaust fan going to go? Man, I got to think about this. This is so different than what I'm used to. Is that a hair? What's a hair doing there? Man, I think I'm just gonna end this video because I'm gonna have to read a lot of this stuff. So, anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll do a follow-up video. Everybody have a good night.